Hey everybody, it's Katie and JD. I have JD here, and the reason is because we're going through a drive. It's a little hot today. And I didn't want to get out and do like a walkthrough of a house because it's too hot. I'm all like, it's October. It's time to not be 85.
Right.
But it is, and so we're just gonna drive through Eastmark. And now I have JD here with me because she is like the Eastmark queen. And as we drive through, we're going to look at some of the cool things that they have here in Eastmark, and we're going to talk about maybe some upcoming things, and all those different details.
Lots of upcoming.
All right, so here we go. So, where are we?
We are at the visitor center. This is also the clubhouse. They call it the bus stop. It is where they have a lot of games, pool tables, skee ball, basketball. It's all free for residents.
So back there, you can see my finger, back there's where the pool is, which we'll go by it, where we can see it a little better.
We'll go by. So in front of us, there's actually a diner, which is really cool. They have breakfast, lunch, dinner. They do a lot of cool events, trivia nights. They have TV so you can watch the games. Mostly outdoor seating. It's actually an old 50s diner from Colorado that they brought over.
Oh, that is
super cool. There's 11 seats inside, so you can sit in there if you want to. They have really bomb milkshakes, which Munch loves those.
Aww, fun.
So we love to go there in the nice weather and sit outside and eat, and their wings are great. All the food is awesome. We are right now over by the pool.
Okay, so I'm going to pull in so we can.
Yeah.
See if we can. Oh,
there's a building.
Whoops, there's a building there.
If you go
like over here,
over here we can kind of see.
Okay. All right.
So this area that we're in, this is like the Great Park, they call it. And they have the Orange Monster Park, which we'll pass when we come around. There's a big amphitheater. They just put in a brand new farm.
Is that where they have the bands and stuff?
Yes.
Right there at that thing with the yellow?
Yeah, so they have First Friday concerts with food trucks and all kinds of fun stuff.
Did you guys have like Rock Lobster last week?
Rock Lobster, yeah. It was great. They do 80s and 90s.
And so that, if you can see my finger, I'm pointing at the pool right now. And this is like bathrooms and things like that. Right here.
That's like a maintenance thing.
Oh, that's maintenance. Whatever. Never mind. Yeah.
But yeah, the pool's there and it connects to a nice grass area. They actually have free boot camp there. So there's a personal trainer who does free boot camps. They do yoga, stuff like that, Zumba. At the pool we have water aerobics when the weather's nice. Tuesday and Thursday, it's all free.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is so fun. It's nice to get out. It's at 8 p.m.
Free for residents, right?
Yeah.
So, but as a resident, like, you can take guests and stuff, right?
Yeah. So at the pool, you can bring up to 4 guests each, which is nice. So family can come. Get a couple residents together, you can bring more people.
Right, true.
So we are on the Eastmark Parkway right now. This is like one of the main roads through here. To the left of us, I don't think you can see it.
Yeah, it's a little tough to
see, but there's Basis. That's one of the top rated schools in the country. They're K through 12. Nice. So if you can get your kid in early and they can go there for their whole school career.
That's nice.
More to the left of us, there's gonna be...
See, it's like all empty.
It's empty right now, but
there's emptiness.
They're putting in baseball fields, soccer fields, dog park, sand volleyball, and new parks, like toddler-friendly parks and stuff like that. It's gonna take up that whole space. To the left of us is another charter school, Sequoia Pathfinder Academy, and the Learning Experience. They are like a daycare preschool type of place, so you got everything you need. Now ahead of us, we are coming up to Eastmark and Point 22, which is the road that I live off of. They're putting in a traffic light because they're building a new phase.
And we might see some Trump traffic here.
Yeah, right. So Trump's in town. He's going to be, 5 minutes away?
Yeah, it's not very far at all.
Let's see if I can turn this a little bit. So we are on Point 22. You can kind of see to the right of us, they're going to be expanding the Great Park up more north, so you can ride your bikes up there. To the left of us is where the ball fields and stuff are going to be.
That's going to be huge.
It is. So, if you have a softball team, your kids can play, go there and play. We can ride our bikes there, which is awesome. I rode my bike along here the other day just for fun. Behind us is the Superstition Mountain, so the view is beautiful.
It really is.
if you want to take a left here, we'll kind of see, these are the homes we're gonna pass by. Those are more of like the starter homes. They start under 300, which is great for this area.
Building like crazy.
They are. They're getting close to done with that section, but they just opened up brand new models, so there's another one starting up. They start under 260.
Wow, it's very affordable to get out here. And you know, we were traveling, so I live in Ahwatukee, and we were traveling over here the other day for your daughter's birthday party. And even coming from Ahwatukee, we were thinking, oh, it's going to be far. It's not.
It's right off the freeway.
It's right on the freeway. And I think it only took us like 20 minutes to get here or something silly like that. We were like, oh, it's not that far.
It's really not. And the road that we were just on, point 22, is going to connect to Ellsworth. So we're just shoot right out there and get on the freeway.
Right.
It's not bad.
No, it really isn't.
So to the left of us, I guess we should have gone the other way.
Right.
There's the big park called the Orange Monster.
Can we get over there?
I don't think we can park there, but we can swing a U-turn and we'll be able to see it.
Let's do that. Yeah.
Also to the left of us is the new farm. So they have like organic vegetables. You can do, it's called the CSA. You've heard of that, right?
No,
It's like a community, I don't know exactly what it stands for, but it's where you can get a weekly produce box.
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so that's on the right. It's called Steadfast Farm. You can also get fresh eggs. So they have a farm down in Queen Creek, and they bring them here so you can buy them. I hear that they're going to be doing classes and all kinds of cool stuff.
That's so cool. So as a resident, you can go there and like shop there, or can anyone?
Yeah, there's going to be a little storefront. Anyone can go. So over here, this is the big park.
So this is like the Orange Monster.
Orange Monster is kind of cool. They got the twisty slides. All the kids love it. They got, swings.
Speaking of kids, there's a lot of kids in this neighborhood. I noticed.
God, there are. So our street is nicknamed Princess Row, or the real princess of Corbin. And so we have like 30 kids in our little section, and they all play outside. We started doing a new thing, Pizza Fridays. So pizza in the park. We go to the park and order pizza.
Oh, fun!
And the kids just play, and they just have a blast. And it's nice for us because our daughter's an only child.
Right.
So for me growing up, this is what I had. I grew up in a community similar, but it was all townhouses, but there was kids everywhere.
And so that's what I was going to say. If you're like kind of satisfied, you don't want to have more than one kid, you got to come into a neighborhood like this. Because then you won't have that issue with, oh, my kid is bored, or oh, my kid needs a friend. Or,
They're always bored, right?
Yeah, always
like,
bored.
I'm bored. The second we walk in the door, I'm like, oh, take a ride. We can see the mountains and everything.
Perfect.
Do we want to drive through where the houses are? And
Yeah, we can do
take
that
a quick look.
fast.
So
Look at the mountains. Oh my gosh.
This is point 22 again. We just made a full circle and another kind of circle. To the right of us, these are going to be like the ball fields and stuff like that. Ahead of us, so they call this area Eastmark proper. I don't know why they do that, but these are like the houses, one HOA, you maintain your yard, standard, like single family homes.
Okay.
They have the gated section, Innovation Park, where it's gated, so the HOA is a little more, but you get a little more security.
Take a right.
Go straight.
Oh, okay, right.
Back the one we passed before, those are called Inspirion Park, so they're kind of more cluster home styles, where the HOA maintains your front yard. You don't have to deal with anything. If you want it as like a vacation home, you can lock it and leave and don't have to worry.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is really cool. So a lot of families, actually their parents are moving here because they have their retirement community too.
Oh,
Here, take a right here.
that's awesome.
So this is an established park. Couple houses still being built, but not many more. But this is kind of what you get.
Awesome.
All of the there's lots of parks. So a majority of the houses face a park, which is great for kids.
Yeah, and for you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
nice to not have to feel like you're sort of closed in.
Yeah. So on the right here is one of the big parks. They have like a covered thing with fire pits and chairs. Parents can sit, kids can play.
That's awesome.
Swings, stuff like that. So they have like the main big park, but then they also have little parks throughout, which
So
is really
each
cool.
kind of community has its own little park.
Yeah, so like, there's parks called Corbin Point, Park Joulet, Benton Park. There's a whole bunch of them. So you can kind of say, hey, this is where I live,
Mm-hmm.
Halloween is hopping here. Go straight. Yeah.
Oh, it must be with all those
Yeah.
kids. Do you guys have anything like coming up special?
Yeah, so they're doing a very scary Halloween. It's like a huge carnival kind of thing at the big park.
Very nice.
At the end of this month. And it's free. I want to say it's free. Most of the events are free for residents. So it's really cool. They do Christmas. There's tons of Easter egg hunts. Like just everything. Anything you can think of. There's even a beer club. Like beer club. There's like people are really getting into the crafting. Craft events. Katie Banks is coming and doing some craft events here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, good for her.
Another
That's
park
cool.
here. Tons of builders. There's so many builders, so it's different styles.
Right. I love this one right here. That's kind of yours-ish, kind of ish.
Ours?
No, I guess not really.
Ours is like a craftsman style. But yeah, they got Spanish, craftsman, ranch territorial, I think they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of different stuff. You can see kind of the trees are starting to grow in these areas.
Just thinking that of how new it is, yet how lush it is. I mean,
Yeah.
look at this. This is crazy.
Yeah, so tree-lined streets, which is really cool. It's going to be beautiful in a
Oh,
couple years.
gosh, it already is.
Yeah, that was what drew me. I really wanted tree-lined streets. What's really cool is for kids, they can ride their bike and not worry about falling into the street.
Right.
You know, God forbid they fall. You know,
Right.
fall onto the side. So that's cool.
Keep going straight.
Yeah, sure.
Right.
So yeah, this section's really big. They're building new sections north of Point 22. New builders, new floor plans. There's so much. This one, I love the trees here.
Yeah,
This is
that's
cool.
awesome. That looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so hot right now, I could totally run through the sprinkler.
I know. Let's see, what other questions do you think people would have about Eastmark?
About Eastmark.
Schools?
Yeah, that's good.
So, we've got Basis Sequoia. Legacy Traditional is 2 miles away. American Leadership Academy is a mile away. The public schools, yeah, sure, take a right. The public schools are great too. Queen Creek School District. North of Point 22 is Gilbert School District. So you have options. You know, people say they want Gilbert schools, like all the time. Well, you know, you're in Mesa, so your taxes are a little bit lower.
Are lower, yep.
And you can go to Gilbert schools and live in Mesa.
It's kind of awesome.
They're building a brand new high school.
Which way now?
Take it right.
We're going to go this way.
So they're building a brand new high school. If you want, we can go drive by it real quick. And a brand new elementary school really close by. So all of Eastmark just got zoned for the brand new elementary school, which is cool. They're opening next year.
Nice.
Yeah.
And that's already started building?
Yeah. It's they're building down in Cadence, just south of us. So it's not far at all. So we're back. We're at Ray and Eastmark Parkway now. The freeway is like maybe 2 minutes from here.
Yeah, I can see cars on it.
Right? But you don't
Seriously.
hear it, but you're right by it.
Exactly.
Which is really cool.
Yeah. Got nice mountain views over there. Those are my mountains over there.
Yeah. I love it. You can see mountains all around, like bike riding and stuff like that.
Okay, so this is where we began. This is where the pool and all that jazz is.
So, to the right of us here, they're actually going to have some luxury townhomes. So there's another option for people. I want to say they're going to be rentals. So if you got someone who really just doesn't want to buy yet, you know, or they're older and they might not want to own still, they can rent there.
Or they're just checking out maybe
Yeah.
the area and
If you
just
wanna
moved to Arizona.
Get to know the area and decide later, you can go there. It looks like they got the streets going.
Wow, it happens so fast, huh?
I know. I remember when all this was blank. Like we were gonna build over there.
Right. It's funny.
So, if you want to turn
Right here?
not here, the next one.
Okay.
So, as we're turning, you should be able to see it. Is the brand new Eastmark High. They actually named it after the neighborhood, which is really cool.
That is cool. If the truck guy wasn't in our way, we probably would have seen it better. Can we get around
Yeah.
there, you think?
If you want, you can kind of swing around over here.
Right here or down?
Okay.
Yeah. Gosh, just all this landscaping. It's
I know.
crazy.
There is a lot of landscaping. It's very pretty when it's all blooming. Oh, I wonder if we can sneak in.
Well, I was gonna say, these guys did.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so cool if we can go through there.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. A couple of moms in our group live over here.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Hit the curb. Good. I just hope I don't pick up a nail or something.
Haven't yet, surprisingly.
Oh, that's true. And you're always in the new builds.
I know. Chris did in his old car.
Did he?
Yeah. But they were able to repair it just fine. Oh, this is fun. This is my first time in here. So they
Breaking the law. Breaking the law.
They are opening for the 1920 school year. Isn't that crazy? 2020.
That's so
oh
crazy.
My God.
Makes me feel
So,
old.
They are starting with 9th and 10th grade. So a lot of the kids from the Queen Creek High School will move up here.
That looks like probably the end of my road here.
Yeah,
I don't want to
right?
get too close.
Yeah, you can kind of see. 9th and 10th is where it'll start, and then they're going to build another building with more classrooms, and then they'll phase in the upper grade levels.
Amazing.
I would imagine there's going to be a middle school soon, too. They have to.
So there's just so many darn kids moving in, huh?
I know. There's a lot of kids here. I love it.
That's great. Especially being a parent. It's awesome.
Yeah, the kids today went on a field trip to Schnepp Farms.
Aww.
And a couple of the moms sent me a bunch of pictures, which is really cool. Like, it's cool to have friends like that. They'll be like, hey, look at your daughter.
Yeah. Well, and it's nice, though, that you know them from the neighborhood, and so
Yes.
you guys are all, you know, they can watch over your daughter. It's just a little bit more personal than, you
It
know,
is.
not knowing somebody. So.
Everybody looks out for each other, too. Like, if somebody's dog gets loose, everyone's out there looking.
Aww.
Or we had someone one time, take a left here. We had someone who was moving in, and they were kind of disabled, so they couldn't unload their U-Haul. 20 neighbors showed up.
Oh,
One post in the group. They all flocked. It was amazing.
that is super sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, it's...
You want to move now?
Well, it's like you grow, or I did anyway, and I know you did. You grow up in an area where all your neighbors know each other.
Yes.
They're very neighborly. They're helpful. You need an egg or some sugar or whatever, you're good.
Yeah, that too.
And then, you know, I feel like we kind of got away from that for a while. And so it's really refreshing to hear that you can find it at least somewhere.
It is. So I've never experienced this in any neighborhood I lived in. I didn't know our neighbors at any of our last few houses. Only a couple houses ago we knew like one neighbor. Now we know all of them. It's really, really fun.
That's awesome. Well, thank you,
Yeah.
JD, for this very, very informative guided tour
Yeah.
through your lovely neighborhood.
We can tour so much too.
We
Like,
can. We'll do more.
yes.
All right, people, we'll do more. Over and out.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.